Welcome back to Mets Hot Stove, presented by Chef's Diet. The answer to our poll question tonight, yeah, there it is. Agree with the public. Should the Mets include Jose Reyes in possible trades for Johan Santana? No, of course not. 91% say no. About 6 people said yes in that poll. You know, this has been, I think something that was broached initially when you talked about Santana. And again, it's some talks that maybe if the Mets go and get Santana, they would want Reyes. Of course, who wouldn't? And some fans said, oh, well, if you're going to get Santana, you trade Reyes. But I mean, you can't trade Jose Reyes at this point in the game.
Well, we just saw Jimmy Rollins win the MVP for Philadelphia. He's an MVP-type player. You cannot get rid of him, despite some of the things that might have happened in the second half of the season. And I think that will be a discussion that certainly Willie will have with him in spring training, because he's going to have to be able to sustain that. My personal feeling, and people might think I'm crazy, I don't think he should have any business stealing 70, 75, 80 bases. He doesn't have the body of Ricky Henderson, who I played with. Ricky Henderson's like a fullback.
Oh, yeah.
Straw, you can tell me a little bit. Stealing bases beats you up during the course of the season.
Well, no question, stealing bases beat you up during the course of the season, and no, you should not trade Jose Reyes. You know, this is crazy. I hear this news about trading him, and you know, for Santana. You know, Santana's a great pitcher, but Reyes is the most exciting young player in baseball, and he's going to get better. You know, he had to go through some growing pains. You know, that's part of it. He had to learn it. I had to learn it when I was a young player. You know, coming up with all the talent I had and you know, expectations, and then when you fall off a little bit, you know, there's questions. You know, he's going to go through that period, but he's going to climb the ladder each year, and he's going to get better and better. So you wouldn't even think about trading a guy like him. He is so exciting, and he's going to do a wonderful job for this New York Met team. And I think coming back, getting healthy is the most important thing for Carlos Delgado. If he get healthy, I think he'll come back and he'll be a more productive player next year. He has some injuries that kept him out, and he had some serious injuries, you know, that hampered him during the course of the year. And when you have that, you know, you don't heal completely. And I think a lot of people don't understand that sometime in baseball. You have to heal completely, especially being a power guy, to be able to drive the ball out of the park.
Well, let me ask you a question then. Do you ever get to a point where, as a hitter, you start to feel, you know what, I can't catch up to that good cheese anymore. I can't hit that good fastball anymore. That gets in your brain, and then that affects almost your entire ability to hit.
Well, no question. You go through periods like that where you start thinking like that, and sometimes you have to make adjustments, I think, as a hitter. When you've been such a good hitter over your career and you know how to hit, when you're not catching up with the fastball, there are adjustments and things that you have to do and make. And if you don't make the adjustments, you're not going to be successful. But I think Carlos is going to come back. I think he realized, you know, what his last year was like and how important last year was for him to carry that ball club over the hump, and he didn't do it. And I think he has another year to do it, and I think he got a good chance to prove it to himself.
Darryl Strawberry, thanks for coming along for joining us today.
All right, thank you guys. Thanks for having me.